Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Renata Ray. We are coming to you from Dreamspire TV. We have a very special guest today, and we might have to rock a little bit and move a little bit. I was checking out some of his videos, and they just had my feet tapping, and I can't dance, but it made me feel like I wanted to get up and dance. So we have Sean Ardoin, and he might have to correct me with that name because I know I am horrible with that. But let me tell you, he is from Louisiana, the home of beef, beignets, crawfish, and street bands. And he is doing his thing there. We're going to let him tell you about all the amazing things that he's got going on. So without further, we're going to bring him in and have him talk to us a little bit about what he has going on.
What's going on, Renata?
Hey, you got it. I am so glad to have you here. And truly, I can say have you here after the storm. I know you have.
But praise God, this wasn't our storm. I live in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and we had Hurricane Laura and Delta 6 weeks apart. And we had a 100-year freeze, and then we had a 100-year flood. And then after the 100-year flood, there was another flood that came through and did more damage than the 100-year flood, like 5 days later. So, we didn't need any more rain or any more wind in Lake Charles. And praise God, we were spared that this time. But, the season ain't over, so it is what it is. And my last name is Ardoin.
Dwayne, okay.
There you go.
Now, see, I should know. I have my people like Lizana, okay? So over across the river, okay, and Biloxi. But I'm not good when it comes to that. So thank you for correcting me. So
you're not alone. You're not alone. It's okay. Nobody ever gets the name right the first time. Very seldom. Very seldom.
I could imagine, but names are important, so I like to at least get them correct or have the person whose name it is correct me. So let's get into it. You got good stuff going on here. You are in the home of music and soul and Creole, and I want to hear about your projects that you got going on, and then we'll get into a little bit of the history of where you started. So I'm gonna let you take it.
Okay, great. So the reason I'm on today is because I have a single called For You that came out on August the 9th. It's a swing out song, Southern soul song, ballroom dance. Depending on, it's a couples dance that people do with music that sounds very good to dance to. So wherever you're listening from, it's a couples dance. It's Southern soul music is the category that I'm leaning into. And it's a song, I redid a song that I had done in 2003 called Love All For You, and I updated it to today so that it can sound current and to signal that I'm gonna jump back into the Southern Soul genre. And I got a album coming up at the end of the year, beginning of next year. But we're gonna be releasing singles to prep for that release as well. But the single is out there. It's called For You, Sean Ardoin, SeanArdoin. Y'all can check it out. It's everywhere. Add it to your playlists. And, share it with your people. Put it in your Saturday morning cooking, your Sunday afternoon chilling playlist. Look, let's get it. It's that kind of music. Smooth, smooth, smooth like butter.
All right, like butter. Okay, so we're definitely. I'm not gonna be corny. It's the obvious thing that I can say there, but I'm just not gonna
like hot butter on a breakfast toast. Hot butter on popcorn.
I was gonna say we're gonna spread it around. Okay.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah, spread it around. Do that.
Okay, we are definitely. So I mean, I'm reading like you created your own lane. Okay, tell us about that lane and what you do.
I'm fourth generation Creole artist here in Louisiana. We're in the history books. I personally am in the Library of Congress with my group Creole United. Louisiana is the home for Louisiana Creoles. So my dad didn't speak English until he was 9 years old. He spoke Creole French, and so that's our culture, that's our heritage. And I'm fourth generation from that. My great uncle he's credited as being the father of modern Cajun and Zydeco music. So the history is long. The problem is Zydeco music, people either love it or hate it, and what they love or hate isn't what we do currently here in Louisiana. So in order to control my marketing and my brand, I created Creole Rock and Soul. That accurately describes what I do, because it's not just one type of thing. You should never get tired of hearing what I'm playing, because I'm never playing the same type of stuff the whole time. So it frees me up to be able to be the artist that I am. And when I released the first album under that genre called Creole Rock and Soul in 2018, I got 2 Grammy nominations for it. And for the album, for Best Regional Roots, and for the single Kick Rocks, which was in American Roots Best Performance. I'm really proud of both of them, but the Grammy process working is why I'm really proud of the second one for the performance, because that song was in a pool with almost 500 other singles. And I was a top 5 artist that year with Willie Nelson, Anderson East, Brandy Carlisle, and John Baptiste. So I was in some heavy company, and I was just glad to be and humbled to be there. But and I created a line dance for the song. So y'all can check that out, Kick Rock line dance, and just do all that. But yeah, so I created that genre, and I got rewarded, and it showed that I was on the right path, because I got those 2 nominations.
Now, I got to ask, what was that moment like? I mean, were you up early in the morning?
Oh, definitely.
Did someone call you?
Okay, definitely
so
up early.
Right there.
So
did you have to do a double take?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, check it out. So what's crazy is, I in my spirit, I was like, I was believing so hard for it. But I believe hard for it every time I submit, right? So I got up this morning, that morning, December 5th, I think it was, and I watched the ABC morning news, and Gayle King was announcing, and she was telling everybody who won. So then when they finish announcing, you can go to the Grammy website and check to see if you won, right? So I went and I checked, and I looked at Regional Roots, and I was like, yes, and then as I was searching Regional Roots, I passed across American Roots Best Performance, and I went, I got 2. So I'm up here bawling, I'm crying, and I'm just really just really happy and blessed. But when people say it's surreal when you get those kinds of awards, it really is surreal, because you have it, but it just takes a while to sink in.
So who was the first person you called?
Actually, on days like that, you don't really have to call anybody, because your phone starts ringing as soon as everybody knows. So my phone just started ringing at 8:01. People, congratulations. And I was trying, that was the funny part, because I was trying to get to the website, but my phone kept going off, so I couldn't get to the website. I was like, I had to figure out how to get on there. But my wife, of course, she was supposed to wake up, but she didn't. So I went and hollered and told her I got it, and called my sister, and basically just answered the phone, and then tried to call people in the middle. But yeah, it was awesome.
That's great. And it's good when that long haul pays off. I know we had a chance to cover the NAACP Awards this year, and we were talking backstage with Tamitha virtually. And one of the things she was saying, a lot of people think that you're an overnight sensation, but
I'm the newest overnight sensation.
It's a long journey. So tell us a little bit about that journey, and also tell us about what your position. We were talking about the Grammy. So what is your position? I know you do something with the Grammy, so let our listeners know about that.
It's a long haul. I also motivational speak. And when I'm motivational speaking to people, I tell them, the way to success is consistency plus discipline equals results. You can have what you say you have as long as you don't quit. My thing is, you got to see it, you got to say it, and you got to get to work. And the getting to work part is what gets it. Because if you just see it and you don't get to work, then it's just a dream. If you don't write it down, it's just a dream. And dreams don't come true. What comes true is hard work, when opportunity meets the work, and whenever, relationship happens that get you in the right situations. So I've been doing this, I'm telling my age here, I've been doing this since I was 11 years old. So I've been a professional musician for 41 years. And I've been a solo artist since 1999. So this is a long road. It's not over. The way the way my life is set up and my drive is set up, I didn't win the Grammy, so I'm not done. I'm still trying to get another one. I got a new CD coming out on the 29th called Live in New Orleans. So I'm believing that that's going to win me some nominations and some Grammys. And speaking of the Grammys, in April, I was elected president for the Memphis chapter of the Recording Academy. So I represent Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee up to Memphis, and Missouri up to St. Louis. And I'm the president, which means that I'm also on the national trustee board as an alternate for our two trustees.
So for those that don't know how that works and what that means, can you just give them just a little bit of how that whole process works?
Which process? Getting the nomination or getting the presidency?
What the president does. What is your job?
Okay, yeah. So I represent the interests of musicians and artists in this whole region. I represent, I help, I advocate and help and represent them in this region. And I also am their advocate on the national level with the Recording Academy. So any kind of interest that their Recording Academy comes, it goes from the national to the regional. And then I go and I represent the thing. So like, for instance, we got the Music Modernization Act passed in the middle of the Trump era. And it was the only thing that was passed with a bipartisan, with no dissension. And that helps all the creators get the more money, not what we're supposed to get, but get more money than they were giving us before on our streams, like on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon, all of that, because they were paying us way less. They wouldn't even, some of them weren't even paying us. And so currently what we're doing is we're going up against radio, terrestrial radio, because they've never paid royalties. They've been playing the music and we've never gotten paid for the spins. You know, and that's something going all the way back to the early 1900s, and they've never changed the law. And so, of course, they're fighting it, but we're fighting on behalf of all of the artists. And so that's what we do. We advocate, we help promote, we help with the business. You know, being a member of the Academy, if you're in the music industry, is important because, you know, relationships are what makes the world go round. And the people who are Academy members are the people who make the music industry go around. So, you know, it makes sense that you be a part of the Academy. And it's taken me a minute to get to this point to be president. But if you want to be a part of it, if you want to make a change, if you want to make a difference, you've got to get involved. If you don't get involved, you're just on the side yapping.
And that's good to hear. And that's why I wanted you to elaborate more, because people think of the Grammys as a show that they see on television and the awards, but they don't understand that the work that the Grammys does and the importance of being a part of that community to really change things, not only for yourself, but for other musicians across the board. So it's very important work that you do. And congratulations on being the president of the Tennessee chapter in the states that fall under the Memphis chapter in the states that fall under that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And the Grammys, like you were saying, people think it's something that it's not. The Grammys is the only peer-voted award in the country. So like, you know, with the Academy Awards, that's not necessarily peer voted. That's like a little, all the members who are members of the Recording Academy are the ones who vote for the Grammys. And like I said, I know the process works because my American Roots performance one, Kick Rocks, won, and I was not able to promote that at all. That's a huge category. So it made it because it was good and it was of the quality that it needed to be. And it was judged as such, and my peers voted me top 5. So, you know, when people start saying, oh, there's somebody in the back room, nah, you know, you got to vote. A lot of those artists who complain, I don't even know if they vote.
Well, that sounds like a problem across the board, not only when it comes to
you're right.
The Grammys. So we'll let that speak for itself. So you got a lot of exciting things coming up. We talked about the EP that's coming out. We talked about the music, and we definitely, when we post this, we'll have all your links to where to find you. And I love the fact that you revisited something and revitalized it and just made your own lane to say, hey, we're going to mix a little bit of this, a little bit of that, almost like Creole cooking. Let's throw in some stuff.
Exactly what it is. You know, so the Creole rock and soul is like Zydeco music, but on steroids. And because it's Creole rock and soul, I can do whatever I need to do to be an artist in there. But the Southern Soul, I had success with the Southern Soul song in 2003. And people have been trying to get me to do a Southern Soul project since then. And so the pandemic just opened the door wide for that. And I was going to try to like separate the brands and everything. But I talked to Cupid. And Cupid and Calvin Richardson, and both of them were like, yo, man, you've created a brand. Why would you try to start over, people know who you are. And just because you can do both, don't mean you can't do both. So do both. So I got the Southern Soul popping, and I got the Creole Rock and Soul popping. And when I'm on stage, I can do the Creole Rock and Soul and the Southern Soul, and whatever you need, I got it.
See, now that just makes me really want to know why I missed the rhythm gene. But I was listening to your stuff this morning off of Facebook and your links, and I was like, I can do this. I'm that chair dancer.
Hey, look, the chair dancers are the big supporters. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, like I ask everybody before they leave, if there was one message that you wanted to get out, if this was the stage to get your message out, and it could be anything, doesn't have to be about music, it can be personal, it could be universal. What at this moment would you want your message to be to the world?
At this moment in time, I would say, remember that you are not alone. Number one. Number two, treat other people how you'd want to be treated. And in these days, understand that we're more alike than we are different. I'm saying it again. We are more alike than we are different. And if you're in business or you want to be somebody or do something, remember, don't overlook anyone, because you never know that person who's next to you. You never know what they are or who they know. So I live my life by this phrase. Life happens at the speed of relationship, and your relationships will determine the speed and direction of your life.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can hear that motivational speaker in you. And when's the book coming out, or is the book in the works?
I got two of them that I've been toying with, but I get so distracted with the music because that's the love, But it's coming. They're coming. They're all coming.
We need it all. We want it all. Okay, we want the music, the Creole, the rock. I'm gonna have to find a partner and learn how to do the line dance. We want all of it. So,
and I'll give it to you, girl.
All right, we're gonna be looking for it. What do you have coming up? Like immediate. Like if I wanted to go and say I want to support you, where do you send me? What do you want to do? Are you having any? I know we're in this weird kind of pandemic. Kind of, we're out of it. Kind of, we're in it. But do you have any appearances coming up where people can check you out?
Okay, appearances. I have something which it was in New Orleans on the 29th at the U.S. Mint. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it should. The festivals got canceled in October, so the next opportunity is going to be in December. My band is playing with the Lake Charles Symphony, and they're going to be playing my music, and I'll be playing it live with them, which is pretty awesome. But if you want to support me from where you are all over the world, because DreamSpire TV goes all over the world, I need you to go ahead on and go to SeanArdoin.com, SeanArdoin.com, and just peruse that. You can get to the For You, the single that came out on August 9th. On September 29th, live in New Orleans, Sean Ardoin and Creole Rock and Soul. That's going to come out. And you can follow me at Sean Ardoin everywhere. SeanArdoin everywhere.
That's awesome. Now I remember September 29th because that's my mama's birthday.
Oh, awesome.
Rest her soul. So I definitely got to remember that September 29th. You're going to be out with the new project. Well, hey, we thank you for stopping in on us virtually and sharing what you do, dropping some knowledge, dropping some inspiration on us. We're going to encourage you to write those books. Then you can come on again and you can be on our other television show, DreamSpire for Authors. So definitely thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure. And we're just gonna share that word, what you got going on. And for my dancers, I'm like, hey, okay.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
Your way.
When you touch me, babe.
That's it. So next time we'll be on camera, so they can see the moves you're doing. Okay, right. They can check you out on video. So thank you so much for being a part of us today.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Renata.
You're welcome. Spending some time with Mr. Sean Ardoin, and we are happy that he came and spent some time and talked about his music, talked about some things you need to know about the Academy. Definitely this interview It's going to be informational, and check out him. You're going to see all the information you need to know. It's going to be on the screen, on the link. So check out what we do here at Dreamspire TV. We're bringing you the best of the best, and we're always in the know. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.